Thanks for joining me on Life in Surround. Today we're discussing the doors in surround. Special thanks to my very special friend Elad for helping with some of the research and the ideas and just the encouragement and motivation to do videos of this kind that have a lot of background content. That doesn't mean I'm going to deliver a lot of background content to you, but we definitely did research it and mull it over, and it just depends on what comes to mind right now while the camera's rolling. So thanks to Elad for giving important background information a chance. Alright, so the doors in surround. The overview is that you have each and every one of the 6 studio albums, the 6 original albums, in this Perception box set, CD, DVD, audio, digipacks. And I've liberated LA Woman from it to be able to show it to you real quick. And then LA Woman also comes as a standalone DVD audio. In my opinion, it's the same mix as the Perception set. It just has different bonus features, fewer. And then you have the Doors Best Of Original Quad. This thing was mixed into quad to prove the excellence of quad, to actually bring before executives, I think at Warner Brothers, but don't quote me on that, unless I'm right, and just to really knock their socks off. And there are definitely some demonstration level tracks to be had on their Best Of, super discreet, and Riders on the Storm would probably be like the most notable, okay? Alright, so along with or alongside the Perception box set, you can also get each of the 6 studio albums as standalone SACDs with the 5.1 mix and stereo. So let's dig in. And as always, I love when you leave comments below. I want to know what doors you have in surround, what you're maybe still searching for because it's too pricey. And I'm going to try to give you the information you need if you don't have all of the doors in surround, to try to help you decide what you want to track down and what you don't. So the Perception box set, I believe there was a version that came with a working door lock. Mine does not have that, but it does have this peephole. And if you look through it and spin this dial, you see some Doors photos, some band photos, Jim Morrison. Pretty cool. It's not the greatest quality, but it is a fun little gimmick. Doors, Perception. Of course, the Doors were named after Aldous Huxley's 1954 book, The Doors of Perception, about his experiences on psychedelics, which is perfect for a band like the Doors. You open up the set and you get all the albums housed in this little clamshell type of arrangement, and all 6 albums. There's only 5 here because, like I said, I already took LA Woman out. Alright, and then to look inside the digipack, you get informational booklet, CD and DVD audio for every album, and yeah, more than enough content to make me happy. And the cool thing about the Perception set is that the features are fairly numerous. At least for the standalone DVD audio, there are more extra features on the Perception version. Both come with the video for the Changeling, synced to 5.1 surround, Dolby Digital, and but for the Perception set, you get some bonus audio tracks, the best of which is Orange County Suite. It is very impressive. It might be the best surround mix, and in my opinion, one of the stronger songs from the Perception version of LA Woman. And then you get You Need Meat, Don't Go No Further, which is not very good. But anyway, you do get some interesting extras, in particular with the Perception versions of the albums. Alright, but LA Woman is available as a standalone DVD audio. And then each of the 6 studio albums is also available as standalone SACD. You just get no bonuses with those. No video content, of course, because SACDs can't utilize that. And also just no bonus tracks either. So it's just the original tracks from the original albums in Bruce Botnick's 5.1. So let's talk about Bruce Botnick's 5.1. I'm not the world's biggest fan. And in fact, on the first 2 albums, The Doors and Strange Days, apparently there weren't very many multi-tracks to work with, and the best way to describe the multi-channel mixes for those albums are discrete 3.1. You get some pretty good vocal separation in the center channel, and the rest of the recording really in the front, left, and right, and then just some reverberations in the surrounds. So there really isn't much, if any, surround content of which to speak for the first 2 records, but the songs are so strong and the fidelity is really incredible. So it could still be worth sitting down in front of it, and if you crank it loud enough, maybe a bunch of the sound will make it into the back of the room. But as the albums progress in the Perception set, Botnick was given more to work with in terms of additional multi-track tapes and overdub layers. And my problem with him is that he doesn't take important information and park it in the surrounds. Like, important music doesn't reside in the surrounds. You basically get the main elements of the songs up in front of you, and then certain overdubs appear as they're available. And an example would be Peace Frog from Morrison Hotel. You get background vocals, Jim Morrison singing "She Came" over and over again.
She came, she came.
And a really delicious guitar solo. But when those elements aren't around, like, there's nothing in the surrounds. And it really, in my opinion, is not a very effective use of surround to just have very periodic overdubs coming and going. It's not my favorite. I think that a surround sound stage should be created to envelop you and engross you in the music through the vast majority of playback. Instead, what you get with Botnick's mixes are these vast stretches where there really isn't anything going on in the surrounds. Alright, so the best of. You can get it either on Audio Fidelity SACD, which I used to have, and I thought I was going to show you for this video, but then when I went to dig it up, I actually found that I sold it recently, which was really nice. I played the SACD and the Blu-ray that was issued later by Rhino back to back, and I very, very, very slightly preferred the sound of the Blu-ray. And given that the Blu-ray set also comes with 2 CDs worth of mono singles, which are pretty cool. I've never heard some of these songs anywhere else. I decided to keep the Blu-ray double CD set. And the Blu-ray is bare bones. You put it on and you just get the 11 tracks from the best of in uber discreet quad. This is like a world-class vintage 70s quad. The Doors best of was mixed into quad to impress record executives. It was meant to show off what quad could do. And I think that's the intent behind beginning with Who Do You Love, the live track, which is pretty mild in terms of quad. It's basically live performance up front and that kind of putting you in the live setting ambience around you, and then as it moves through, the songs just become so freaking discreet. So let's look at the difference between the mix style of the best of quad and then Botnick's 5.1 version on much more recent SACD release and available in the Perception set. Riders on the Storm. We see that the version found on the LA Woman SACD and on the LA Woman DVD audio and in the Perception set contain Jim Morrison's whisper, background vocal, and storm sounds, and a little bit of percussion primarily in the surrounds. Where the quad version is just packed. Riders on the storm. Look at all that information back there. Particularly, the quad is used to make the drums sound ginormous throughout your room. Alright, so the doors and surround. What do you have? What do you need? If you're into uber discreet mixing, I'm going to tell you that Rhino's pretty recent Blu-ray 2 CD set is probably all you need. You get some super great songs, you get discreet mixes, you get excellent mastering. This sounds great to my ears. You may also want to find the Audio Fidelity SACD. You might prefer the sound of SACD for one thing. I think you can still find this Rhino set pretty affordably. So it's pretty hard to beat in terms of value, bang for the buck, and just surround awesomeness. If you can handle mixes being far less discreet and a bit uneven in terms of the surround field that's created, very uneven, then you may be interested in the Perception set or finding like your favorite Doors albums on the individual SACDs. The best bonus content is going to be available in the Perception set. And then, like I said, there's also the standalone LA Woman DVD audio if that happens to be one of your favorite Doors albums, and it does provide a lot in the way of overdub opportunities for Botnick to get some fun surround stuff back there around you. So I hope this has been helpful. I want to hear your thoughts about the Doors, about Doors and surround, what you have, what you're looking for, what you like, what you don't like, and yeah, these guys are trippy. I'm glad that I've been able to experience them. I think as time goes on, I'll probably find myself listening mostly to Morrison Hotel, LA Woman, the best of, in terms of sitting around for surround listening, and you know, I'll catch the other stuff probably in stereo, like in the car, or on Tidal when I'm sitting at work. It's nice to have options. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Don't forget thumbs up, comments. It all helps this channel, and I'm here to enjoy music, particularly music in surround, with you, and to help you enjoy music yourself, decide what to go hunt down and what not to, and all of that fun stuff. It is all part of what makes this hobby so enjoyable. I appreciate your time, I appreciate you watching, I appreciate your interaction, I look forward to your comments, and until next time, live life in surround.